The Council Plan is Coventry City Council's corporate plan. It sets out the Council's strategic direction and priorities for the city. This presentation summarises the progress made towards the Council's vision and priorities in 2017-18. The current Council Plan, last reviewed in 2016, sets out the Council's vision to promote the growth of a sustainable economy, our commitment to reform so that everybody, including our most vulnerable residents, can share in the benefits of the city's growth, and the underlying approach, that is, a council that enables communities to solve local problems. This is globally connected, promoting the growth of a sustainable Coventry economy, locally committed, improving the quality of life of Coventry people, and delivering our priorities with fewer resources. Together, this is now our One Coventry plan, which provides a joined-up approach to the achievement of our objectives and key strategies, while ensuring that we stay within budget. One Coventry joins together our priorities and takes this a step further by translating these into meaningful outcomes. As set out in the Performance Management Framework, the Council regularly reviews its performance. Although there is no legal requirement on the Council to publish a report on its overall performance, we produce a regular report to the Council's Cabinet and Scrutiny Coordination Committee, and we present the report through an annual seminar. In addition, in line with our values, we are open and transparent, and we publish this report online and make the underlying data available through interactive charts, maps, and open data. This 2017-18 end-of-year performance report sets out the progress that has been made towards the Council Plan vision and priorities in April 2017 to March 2018. We use indicators, context, and comparators to describe and explain how Coventry is doing in relation to previous years and to other places. The Council uses a consistent set of symbols and vocabulary to describe our performance. Two columns are used to describe performance, progress, whether something's improved or worsened, and target status, whether a target has been met or not. And these are the symbols used in the reports. In 2017-18, of the 67 indicators in the Council Plan, 42 indicators improved or stayed the same, 17 got worse, we can't say for the 7 indicators, and progress is not available for the remaining 1 indicator. On the whole, 71% of directional indicators, that is, excluding can't say or not applicable, have improved or stayed the same. And this is how we compare to previous years. We should note that this progress has been made in the context of continued and sustained reduction in the overall resources available to the Council. Our core funding has reduced from £217 million in 2010-11 to £122 million last year, and now £110 million. That is a reduction of £107 million from 2010-11. In terms of globally connected, there are now 10,065 active enterprises in the city, 560 more than last year. In terms of enterprises per resident, that's a rate of 355 per 10,000 resident. We are still behind the West Midlands Combined Authority, Warwickshire and England averages. Physical and digital infrastructure and better transport connection is helping the city become more attractive to businesses. We have an economic growth and prosperity strategy to bring businesses, jobs and growth to the city. Our digital strategy is in place, addressing the challenges around digital infrastructure. We are also working to ensure economic opportunities resulting from High Speed 2 and other regeneration programs benefit local communities. And we are working with businesses such as JLR with the development of Whitley South site, and we have been selected as the home of the National UK Battery Industrialisation Centre. In terms of qualifications, over 1/3 of our residents are now qualified to NVQ level 4 above, thanks to the graduate gain from our 2 universities. However, demand for highly skilled labour still outstrips supply, and businesses report skills shortages as one of the biggest barriers to growth. City centres need to adapt to changing consumer habits. In Coventry, the council is continuing to enhance the quality of public spaces and working with partners to bring the city centre to life with a range of employment, leisure, education and retail opportunities. This year, footfall has decreased by 0.3%, but this is entirely due to a significant decrease in January to March 2018, which we think is due to the unseasonably wintry conditions. In addition, we are doing better than nationally, where there's been a decrease of 3.7%. We have a massive capital program in place, and we are working with partners to bring investments and improvements in the city. For example, Phase 2 of Cathedral Lane's redevelopment, opening up the link between Broadgate Square and Hertford Street, our destination water park, city centre multi-storey car park, and we're looking at improving connections through the railway station expansion and proposals for very light rail. Attracting more businesses into the city should also increase business rates collected by the council. This is increasingly important for funding services in future. This year, we collected 98.1% of business rates in year. That is the highest in-year collection rate since 2008-09. Our housing stock has also grown, including 494 larger properties in the higher council tax bands of C to H. And of course, we're the UK's European City of Sport for 2019. We have a programme of events to raise the profile of the city. For example, Godiva Festival, which attracted 105,000 visits, including a record 40,000 people on Saturday night. And of course, we are also the UK City of Culture for 2021. In terms of locally committed, the council's focus is on maintaining the city's principal road network first, and also making repairs on a worst first basis. Overall road conditions remain good. However, potholes reported have increased by 16%, and the weather extremes we've experienced have increased road defects. As with nationally, we are seeing a large increase in fly tipping, with fly tipping more than doubling over the past 2 years. We are addressing this through increasing education as well as increasing enforcement. With the introduction of our new alternate household waste collection service last September and the introduction of food waste collection, we have seen an increase in recycling by 3% so far. Total recorded crime in Coventry increased. This is in line with a force-wide trend, but our crime rate remains lower than Birmingham or Wolverhampton. The main offences in Coventry this year are burglaries and theft from motor vehicles, theft from shops and stores, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. There has been a slight increase in domestic abuse reported, and in June we launched a new domestic abuse strategy with the aim of taking a long-term preventative approach to tackling different forms of domestic abuse, including honour-based violence and forced marriage. In addition, there were 490 hate incidents, the majority of which were recorded as hostility or prejudice based on race or ethnicity. The vast majority of Coventry pupils attend a good outstanding primary school, and for secondary, 2/3 do. Last year, 58% of primary school pupils finished Year 6 with the expected standard for reading, writing and maths. That's up 9%. However, at secondary, our Attainment 8 scores with the new tougher GCSEs decreased from 48.1 to 42.8 last year. Early indications suggest that this has increased slightly for 2018. Overall, life expectancy has plateaued and remained at 82.4 years for females and 78.5 years for males. There remains a wide inequality gap. More importantly though, is healthy life expectancy, that is, the number of years that residents can expect to live without long-term health problems. Our healthy life expectancy figure is 62.9 years for females and 62.2 years for males. This is below the national average, but is expected given the city's level of relative deprivation. As next year's UK European City of Sport, we have a challenge around physical activity. The latest data suggests less than 6 in 10 adults are physically active, and so we have linked public health closely with sport and have a new family health and lifestyle service to support families to promote physical activities and the normalisation of healthy behaviours, along with schemes like Coventry and the Move, with our mile markers in parks, while we have mapped out routes and trails in our city parks. Next year will also be the year of well-being. In terms of vulnerable people, our children's services is now rated by Ofsted as regards improvement to be good, and there are fewer re-referrals to children's services and fewer new looked after children who were previously looked after in the past 12 months. This suggests that work to improve assessments and outcomes for children is making a difference. In adults, we continue to have lower rate of people receiving long-term ongoing support than the regional or national average, and the uptake of self-directed support remains quite stable at 88%. The city is, however, facing a large increase in homelessness, and this has resulted in a 1.5 million overspend due to the unfunded costs of housing families and B&B rentals. The new Homelessness Reduction Act introduced new duties on us, which means we now start prevention measures earlier and stay involved for longer. And work is being done across both our directorates to reduce the number of homeless families placed in unsuitable accommodation. We are also one of 25 local areas signed up to Making Every Adult Matter, where professionals and expert by experience, that is, people with some lived experience of homelessness, substance misuse and offending behaviour, are identifying how partner organisations around the city can flex how we work with people facing a combination of homelessness, substance misuse and offending behaviour. In terms of delivering our priorities with fewer resources, we're delivering the Council's budget and savings target to promote the right culture and sharing of resources and knowledge to deliver further savings to meet the continued significant and sustained reduction in our funding. The Council reduced the size of its workforce further, by 415 full-time equivalents. This year, however, has also seen an increase in sickness absence, from 8.64 days in 16-17 to 9.41 days in 17-18. Early data for 2018 suggests that this has gone up even further to 11.44 in the year to June 2018. So we have launched a new workforce strategy that aims to transform the workforce to be more agile, digitally capable and committed to local people, and a workforce reform program that can improve our employment governance, policy and practices, and our pay, recognition and reward systems. Overall contact volume has gone up, but the increase in transactions completed online has outpaced the overall increase, suggesting more people are choosing to self-serve. In terms of engagement, this year we conducted a household survey. Results suggest 4 in 10 of respondents feel they are fairly or very well informed about what we do. However, that's lower than the 59% nationally. In terms of whether they feel they can influence local decisions, 39% of residents felt they could. That's actually significantly higher than the 26% nationally. If you want to find out more, we have a lot more information on our website. And this year, we're also launching a new Performance Information Hub, which will bring together guidance on performance management along with live dashboards on the SharePoint site. And as always, if you have any queries, you can always email me at insight@coventry.gov.uk.